Hello everyone, this is Sanuta. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I create content on self-improvement, books and lifestyle. So make sure to hit that subscribe button right now if any of these interests you. So it is that time of the year where we all are very excited to make a new start with a clean slate and welcome the new year, right? But while you eagerly await the new year, I would like to remind you of a few things that I think you should do before the new year starts. So basically, all the things that I'm going to share in this video are things that I personally feel like everybody should do before the new year starts or before 2022 starts. And I do them too because doing these things before the new year starts really helps you to end your year better and also start your next year on a better note. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all 8 things that you should do before the new year starts. Now with all that being said, without any further ado, let's get started. So the first thing that you need to do before the new year starts is to clean out your wardrobe. Yes, this is one of the most important things that I highly recommend you do before the new year starts. It is very important to clean out your closet as the year comes to an end and as a new year awaits because having a clean closet positively affects you in so many ways. When you clean out your wardrobe, you feel so much better and satisfied because we all know how good it feels when you clean out your wardrobe and organize it, right? Also, while cleaning out your wardrobe, I suggest you to try on your old clothes because you find quite a few clothes that you can get rid of. There are always some clothes in your wardrobe that don't fit you anymore, that you don't like to wear anymore. So try to keep them aside and probably donate them or give them to your siblings or your cousins or something like that. Try to get rid of all the unnecessary stuffs from your wardrobe and try to declutter it as much as possible and simplify your wardrobe in the process. Cleaning out your wardrobe is actually very helpful and very beneficial because every single day when you go to your wardrobe, you feel very fresh, you feel clean, and it is a lot easier to use. Above all, a clean closet saves you a lot of time because just imagine how much time we all spend trying to find that piece of cloth which takes forever to be found and trying to figure out what to wear that day. So we waste a lot of our time every single day doing that, but when you have a clean closet or clean wardrobe, it really helps you save a lot of time. So actually, in a way, by cleaning out your wardrobe the previous year, you're making your life much more easier for the next year and much more organized, and you are also saving yourself a lot of time. And the second thing that you need to do before the new year starts is to deep clean your room. Yes, deep cleaning your room actually includes a lot of things. It's a huge thing to do and it includes a lot of different minor things. That's why I didn't include it in the first point. Basically, cleaning out your room is very important before you step into a new year because having a clean room has a lot of benefits, and you also know how good it feels when you have a clean room than a very cluttered and disorganized room. When I mean deep clean your room, it includes all things like making your bed or clearing your study desk, all of these things. So basically, when you clean out your room, make sure to make your bed by changing the blankets or putting fresh sheets on your bed and all of that. And secondly, clean out your study desk and organize it. You can also organize and clean out other parts of your room like your bedside table or your vanity space. Also, while cleaning out your room, make sure to dust all those parts or areas of your room where the most dust gets accumulated. A clean room can help you improve your health, your breathing and also your sleep, and moreover it also helps you in reducing stress. Along with all the other benefits that you get by organizing and cleaning out your room, one of the most important and amazing benefits that you get is that it feels very therapeutic and it gives you a sense of accomplishment and sense of satisfaction, right? I mean, every single time I clean out my room, I feel like I have my life under control. So when you clean out your room and you deep clean your room or when you organize your room, it makes you feel like you have your life under control and it gives you that sense of satisfaction. And especially at the end of the year, you definitely need that dose of that sense of accomplishment that you get by organizing your room. So definitely consider deep cleaning your room by cleaning all the different parts of your room and organizing them. And the third thing that you should do before the new year starts is to clear out your email inbox. Yes, I know you might be like, oh, that has a lot of stuff in it and I don't think that will be possible. I know that clearing out your email is not a habit that everybody has. I don't think a lot of people watching this video right now have the habit of clearing out your email every single week or every single day or even once in a month. We just don't prioritize doing that enough, but I feel like in the digital era we live in, having a clear email inbox is very important. Like I said, I know that not everybody watching this video has the habit of cleaning out your email every single day or checking out your inbox every single month or even 7 weeks. But what I'm telling is, this is the time you should clear out your email inbox now, because the new year is about to start, and this is definitely a time for you to clear out all the mess and have a clean state even in your email inbox. Basically, what I mean by telling you to clear out your email inbox is that go to your email and check out all the unnecessary ads, delete them. And I know that a lot of you subscribe to a lot of newsletters, you subscribe to people's weekly newsletter, other subscriptions and stuff like that. So make sure to read them. You sit them, there are a few days left before the new year starts. So check out all the newsletters that you haven't even opened and read them. And if you don't want them, delete them. Or if you feel like it is important, archive them, or you can star them as well. All I want you to do is to go through your email inbox and check out whatever is unimportant and delete them. And we also find a lot of people's emails that we want to unsubscribe to. So make sure to unsubscribe to all those unnecessary emails and delete all the unnecessary ads or promotions that you get. Especially when it comes to that social tab on email, it's like you can delete all of the emails there, because all it has is all of your social activities or social media interactions and activities. So there is nothing much important, so just check them out and delete all of them. And also, like I said, unsubscribe to any other unimportant emails or persons that you have subscribed to that you don't want to receive emails from anymore. And trust me, when you clear out your email inbox, it feels so much better. I just did this a few days ago and I was like, yeah, I have a clear inbox and now I'm ready to step into new year. I know these are all little things that I'm talking about in today's video, but these things really matter and make you start your new year on a very better note. After you watch this video, go to your email inbox and try to get rid of as much as of them possible. Read all your newsletters that you haven't even opened and unsubscribe to unnecessary emails and have your inbox clean and clear for the new year. Also, when I'm saying that you should clean out your inbox at the end of the year, I'm not saying that you should do this now and then do it at the end of 2022. That's literally not what I mean at all, because having a habit of clearing out your inbox once in a while is very important. Because one of the reasons why I want you to clear out your inbox before 2022 is because I want you to make it a habit from next year to clear out your inbox every single month or every single week. So this way you have your inbox always organized and clear, and you never have to find for that one email all of a sudden that you don't seem to find at all. So like I said, after watching this video, go and clear out all your email inbox and have your inbox ready for the next year, so that you can start revamping and clearing and organizing your emails from the next year. And the fourth thing that I want you to do before the new year starts is to create a book list. Yes, this is a very interesting thing that you need to do before the new year starts, because I feel like the new year is always the best time to start reading books or start inculcating the habit of reading books. And if you are a reader, it is very important to have a book list. And even if you want to start reading, have a book list. But especially if you are a reader, make sure to sit down and make a book list and write down all the books you want to read the next year. Firstly, search for all the books that you want to read in 2022, and then after that also look out to your wardrobe, because you already have some books that you haven't read yet, so make sure to add them to your list as well. And then after that, sit down and create a book list. While you're creating your book list, I would also like to suggest you that don't make your list too long, because quality is more important than quantity. Because what's the point if you read 50 books next year and you don't know or you don't adopt anything important from those books, right? But it is very important that even if you read 10 books, you know what you adopted from those books and you have learned from something from that book, right? So while you're making your book list, don't overanalyze and look at what is your reading pace and then decide the amount of books that you want to read. Because everybody has a different pace. For example, I only read one book per month and it differs from person to person. So make sure to know what is your reading pace and then decide how much books you want to read the next year. And moreover, deciding how much books you want to read next year is very less important compared to what are the books that you want to read and at what pace you will read them. So just make sure to have a list of all the books that you want to read next year, so that when you start reading next year and when you complete reading a book, you don't have to get confused about what to read next, because you already have a list and all you have to do is check them off. And the fifth thing that I want you to do is have your journal and your planners ready. Yes, this is one of the most exciting parts of New Year, because getting your new planner or your journal is very exciting and happy. Basically, if you're someone who journals or who wants to start journaling, or if you're someone who plans out, make sure to invest in a planner or a journal. And if you're someone who has a yearly journal and it is out of pages, it is definitely time to invest in a new journal. And it is also a wise choice to invest in a planner. I got a proper planner this time because all these years I used to just create planners or just plan out things on my own notebooks, but this time I got a proper planner from Ink Bucket, so that is very exciting. So if you're also a person who wants to plan and have a proper planning system, make sure to invest in a planner this year. Also, even if you're someone who doesn't use a planner or who doesn't want to use a planner, I definitely recommend you to invest in a journal or buy yourself a journal. And even if you don't have the habit of journaling, you can start from 2022, because journaling is going to be one of the best habits you will adopt. So have your planners or your journals ready before the new year starts. And the next thing that you should do before the new year starts is to write down your goals. Yes, this is one of the most important things that I highly want you all to do this before the new year starts, and I am pretty sure most of you are already set your goals or you're planning to do it before the new year starts. Setting goals for the year is very important, because when you have goals, it gives you focus and it helps you to stay motivated. Setting goals also gives you long-term vision and short-term motivation. It helps you to organize your time and resources so that you can make the most out of your life. Also, before you start setting goals for the next year, make sure to reflect on all your goals that you kept for 2021, because there are always goals that you haven't achieved completely. But still, don't be too hard on yourself for not achieving certain goals in 2021, because rather than looking at the end result, or rather than looking at if you achieved the goal or not, look at the progress you have made in trying to achieve that goal. Progress is still progress, so don't be harsh on yourself for not achieving that destination or the deadline and achieving that goal, because you have made progress towards achieving that goal. So all you have to do is review the goals that you kept for yourself last year and then keep your goals for 2022, because like I said, there are always goals that are still yet to be achieved. So make sure to break those goals into micro goals so that it is easier for you to achieve them. Also, while you're setting goals, I would like to suggest you one thing: don't keep materialistic or goals that are out of your control. For example, when it was the starting of 2021, I kept myself a goal that I want to achieve 1000 subscribers. As I moved on, I realized that achieving 1000 subscribers was not in my control. I mean, people subscribing to my channel is not in my control, right? But what is in my control is to upload this number of videos. So I decided that for 2022 or for the next year, I will start uploading more videos, that I want to upload at least 25 to 30 videos. So this way, I am converting that goal which was out of my control to a goal that is actionable. So what I want you to do is, when you're setting your goals, if you find any goals that are outside your control, I mean achieving those is outside your control, then convert those goals into actionable goals. Like I just said, I converted my goal as reaching 1000 subscribers to uploading 25 to 30 videos this year. So this way I have the capacity of achieving that goal within my hands. But unlike the other case, I had no control over making people subscribe to me, right? So make sure to analyze your goals while you're setting goals for the next year by setting goals which are rational. And the next thing that you should do before 2022 starts is to reflect and review 2021. Yes, reflecting your past year is one of the most mindful and important things that you need to do before the new year starts. Reflecting on the year before moving on to a new year allows you to process what happened in this year, increase your self-awareness, and also challenge your thoughts. Reflection allows us to assess, acknowledge, and honor what we have been through and what we have learned, and how we can take those lessons into the new year. While reflecting on your past year, ask yourself questions like, what made me the happiest, or what moments made me the happiest, what is something I'm the most proud of, what new skills I learned, or what new habits I adopted. Along with these questions, also ask yourself questions like, what were some of my failures, what were the mistakes I made this year, what stopped me from achieving my goals, or what were some challenges I faced this year and how I overcame those challenges. You can also ask yourself questions like this, because looking at just the positive side or the accomplishment side of your year is not that beneficial. Rather, it is important that you also look at the parts where you failed or the parts where you did mistakes and learn from them, because it is very important to move on to the next year by learning from your past mistake, because what's the point if you repeat the same mistake again the next year? So just look at all the challenges you were been through this year and how you overcame them, and also some of the failures you had and what caused those failures, and what are some mistakes you made that you would not want to repeat the next year. By looking at all of these things, the both negative and positive of the year, and reflecting and reviewing 2021, you will get a better clarity on how to move on with your next year. Yes, when you know what was good for you the previous year and what was bad for you the previous year, and what went well and what did not go well, you will get a clarity and an idea about how you should move on with the next year, so that it will be a lot better than the previous year was. And the last thing that I want you to do before the new year starts is to practice gratitude. Yes, once you have reflected on your year, you will find a lot of things that made you happy, right? Like I just said, reflect on what made you the most happiest, what made you the most proud, and what are some habits that you adopted, right? So when you reflect on all of these things, you will realize that there are so many things that you have to be grateful for and that you can be grateful for. There are always so many things that you can be grateful for, and especially at the end of the year, you will realize that this year has come to an end, right? And the whole year, there were so many things that made your year the most happiest. There were so many people who made you the most happiest person. There were so many things that made you happy. So be grateful for all of those little things that made you happy and that made your 2021 the happiest and a very good year. And even though for a lot of people watching this video right now, 2021 might not be the best year, but still there were always moments that made you happy, that there were always people that made you happy, that they have been with you and they've had your back, right? Be grateful for all these people and things, and express your gratitude by calling your loved ones or presenting them a gift or anything like this. And moreover, just be grateful for the universe and the God for giving you all this that made you so happy this year, because all of these things sum up and added together made this year a very good year and made you a happy person with all those happy moments in your life. So before the new year starts, take out your gratitude journal or take out your normal journal or your planner and practice gratitude. Write down every single thing that you're grateful for before the year ends, every single thing from 2021 that made you happy, and be grateful for all of these moments, because those moments are the ones that made your 2021 lively and good. So that pretty much wraps up today's video. I really hope you liked this video and found this helpful. I hope that you will do all of these things before 2022 so that you can start 2022 on a better note. And thank you so much for watching. Comment down below your favorite part of this video or your favorite point, or drop in anything that you would do before the new year starts. And also share this video with your friends and family. And I wish you all a very happy new year, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.